We're here today to condemn the actions of the mayor and the National City Police Department's chief yesterday at the City Council meeting. I was talking over 2 minutes about the corruption that is going on here in National City and within this chief's National City Police Department, because he has predetermined that his officers had nothing to do or did nothing wrong in the death of Earl McNeil before the ongoing investigation is completed. That is not what chiefs do. That is not professional. The way in which he has treated the McNeil family has not been professional. He was condescending and very disrespectful to the family. And I was talking to that point at the National City Council meeting when someone mentioned that he was still smirking and smiling even in that meeting as I was talking about the death and meeting with the family of Earl McNeil. I became enraged because somebody's death should not be met with a smile.
Right.
Somebody's death should not be met with a smirk.
Right.
Somebody's death meant something to a lot of somebodies, but not to this police chief. This police chief, time and time again, has shown his lack of concern through his actions and his facial expressions and just the actions and not releasing the footage so that we can actually see what happened or did not happen to Earl McNeil.
Right.
What they did was they met me with the use of force that put me in the hospital, wound up increasing my blood pressure, as well as causing swelling to my hand, my left hand, and pain to my shoulder. Because the handcuffs were too tight, the hospital said that I had muscle strain. And so they laughed at me while I sat in that hospital bed thinking I really wasn't in pain, to then put my hands side to side and see that one was very much more swollen than the other. They didn't believe that I was hurting and left me here at the bottom in the garage for a while, some time period, while I was asking for help. Could you please call an ambulance? They just wanted to know my name. So the treatment that I received from the National City Police officers was unprofessional. Then I find, and I want Monica Montgomery to talk to that, while I'm sitting in the hospital, handcuffed to the bed, and I'm refusing to talk to the officers to be interviewed, that my attorney, counsel, has come to check on me because everybody just saw me leave by ambulance here at the National City Police Department. And in doing so, she was refused. And I was never told that she was refused. So I want Monica Montgomery to talk to that, because as she was there in the front asking for me, they were rushing the doctors to get me out through the back. And mind you, when I left in handcuffs at the city council meeting, they forced me to take off my shoes before I got into the officer's car. And the entire time I was with them, they forced me to walk around barefoot in the hospital, out in the concrete, on the gravel. When I asked them for shoes or stockings at the hospital before I got off the gurney, they said, oh, you'll get them when you get in the car. And the car was parked in the very back by the docking station and not in the front where we had entered. So the level of disrespect and lack of dignity I was provided to have to walk barefoot throughout a hospital in the custody and care of them, and to also be injured in the custody and care of them, and to be mistreated, and to not be allowed to have legal representation. I really want Monica Montgomery to talk to that now. But these are serious things that need to be looked into, and we hope that will move forward.
Okay, it might be easier if she actually
Okay.
just if you want, you can And if you can just start by saying and spelling your first and last name and your position or title.
Good evening. My name is Monica Montgomery. It's spelled M-O-N-I-C-A M-O-N-T-G-O-M-E-R-Y. I am a community member. I'm a candidate for San Diego City Council District 4. I am a fellow community member and friend of Tasha Williamson, and I'm also an attorney. And so I am here to stand with Tasha and our community and to let the public know about what happened last night. And so I received a call about the National City Council meeting that went on last night where Tasha was speaking about the death of Earl McNeil at the hands of the National City Police Department and was arrested based on going past her time. I also was informed that she was in the hospital, and based on me and my relationship with Tasha, my relationship with activists in the community, also being an attorney and understanding that the National City Police Department was not allowing access to Tasha at this time, I went to the hospital as an attorney and demanded that she have a right to representation while at the hospital. Tasha was denied that right last night in the hospital and the whole time that she was in custody under the National City Police Department. And so I want to bring attention to that because that is a clear black and white violation of her rights. And we live in this country that we call America where the rights are supposed to be afforded to every single one of us. And we saw last night that that was not the case. Not only that, but as an attorney and also among our community members, the police officers that were involved did not allow us to be able to take down their names and badge numbers. They got in their car, and they drove away when we asked for that information that we at the time needed and that we have a right to. And so in all of this shock, we were still concerned about the state of Tasha Williamson. Was she okay? Remember, the backdrop is that a man was just killed. That's the backdrop. And that set this emergency is what it was last night. And so we are here saying that we stand with Tasha. I stand with my community. I am committed to my community. I am committed to the members of our community. Tasha Williamson on a daily basis advocates for the vulnerable parts of our community, and we should do the same without blinking an eye. And that's what happened last night. That's what happened last night. And so we are here to stand with her, to demand transparency in this place that we call America, in this county that we call San Diego, where we're seeing that we do not have the same rights as everyone else. We demand change, and we're not settling for less. We want and demand transparency. The body camera footage from the time that she was arrested at City Council chambers across the street here to the time that she got to Las Colinas. We want it all, and we want it immediately. And so we are here to stand with her, and we're not backing down off of this. She is represented by Troy Owens, Esquire. He will be representing her from here on out, but she has a right to representation in this county that we live in. And the fact that she was denied that last night is a clear violation of her constitutional rights. And so we will not go silent. We will continue to be heard on this issue, and we will stand with Tasha Williamson. Thanks.
No justice, no peace.
No justice,
No justice, no peace.
no justice, no peace.
No justice,
No
no peace.
justice,
No justice,
no peace.
no justice,
No peace.
no justice,
No peace. All right.
Cornelius Bowser, Cornelius, Bowser, B-O-W-S-E-R, pastor of Charity Apostolic Church. And I'm here to speak on behalf of Tasha Williamson in asking that the district attorney, Summer Stephens, that she drop these charges. That's right. Immediately. We want her to go on record and let us know that these charges has been dropped. Tasha should never have been charged and arrested for a crime. You know, when you're trying to cry out and speak out for justice, a lot of times this is what happened in communities of color. This is the way that we are treated. There are words that we should always remember when we're dealing with racism: it's structural, institutional, systemic, and white privilege. And these are the things that we come up against and that we deal with in our society, and it's embedded in the police department in the way they treat communities of color. And so we're demanding not only that, but we're demanding that there be an independent investigation continue into McNeil. As you see our signs here, there's a lot more to this than what has already been said and told, and so we want a independent investigation on that. Yes. The way Tasha Williamson was treated on yesterday, we had a little glimpse into to see how the National City Police Department treat people. And we can only imagine how Mr. McNeil was treated the night that he came here seeking for help. Instead of getting help, instead of being treated with what we call procedural justice, where people are treated with dignity and respect, where people have a voice in their encounters, and where decisions are made on a neutral basis and they've conveyed trustworthy motives. And right now we have no trust, not only just in this department, but in any law enforcement, in the way that we are treated. And so we're calling on the district attorney and the state of California and the federal government to bring in independent investigators to look not only into McNeil's situation, but into this department and into the chief and their attitudes and what's embedded in their culture, which resulted in, we just seen this end result of how Tasha was treated with that. We good. We're good. Oh, one more thing. Thank you for reminding me of that. If we can get this, is I forgot to mention also on yesterday that when you have people come together for a gathering, especially like a city council gathering, under the Brown Act, you have a right to record. You have a right to film it on social media, Facebook, and so when community members are coming together and when they are filming, they should have their right to do that. And there were various community members that were denied that, especially when what happened to Tasha, they blocked the public way and kept individuals from going in to be able to film, and actually said insulting things to some of them. And so we also want that to be investigated and looked into, because we should be able to freely, freedom of the press, we should be able, and freedom of speech. So we should be able to freely speak and freely film without being harassed or molested, as long as we don't interfere with what officers are doing.
Yes, sir. I'm going to say something. Layla Aziz, L-A-I-L-A-A-Z-I-Z. My name is Layla Aziz, and I have almost a decade of working in the criminal justice system. What I'm going to ask for right now is that Tasha receive security, because what has transpired, the county of San Diego cannot investigate itself. Mr. McNeil was used. He was mentally ill. And they used him, they withheld his medicine in order for him to testify against other people. Right now, there are at least 5 people who are currently incarcerated, one who's life without parole, and McNeil was the major informant in that case. McNeil later went back and recanted those statements recently, and he talked about how he was used by the district attorney's office under Bonnie Dubonis, the former detective for the San Diego Police Department, who is now an investigator with the district attorney's office. His name is William Cahill. He has a history of beating people, including store owners in our community, and the city has settled. If you want to look at the background of this man was used and abused by our politicians. in order to send innocent people to prison. And Tasha is fighting for this, and that is why her life is in danger right now. We need the federal government to get in San Diego and make sure that they oversee this case. Thank you.